Hello, theme park enthusiasts, and welcome back to Planet Coaster. In the last episode, we completed Pirate Battle, so we're moving on to Creature Awakens. Rumors of engineers meeting sticky ends scared off this park's staff, leading to its recent sale. The bargain price presents an irresistible opportunity, so hire some new staff, complete construction of the park, and ignore the reports of strange noises underground. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. Um, Yeah, that seems like it's something. But we'll worry about that here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and start with looking at the objectives. So we have to employ 2 janitors. We have to build 2 rides. We have to employ 2 mechanics and build 5 rides. And we have to employ 2 entertainers and attract 1,000 guests. So again here, fairly straightforward. And if you noticed, along with Pirate Battle, same thing here. We don't actually have to build a coaster in Planet Coaster, which I think is a little bit interesting and odd at the same time. So let's look at what we do have to start with here. As far as staff, we have Olive Adam, who is a vendor. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get that vendor trained up, and we'll put them up to 165. They're working at an information booth, so that is good news. We do have an information booth this time, which we did not have in the previous episode. And then we have the Kraken's Lair. We'll have to see about that and see about upping the price on that probably. We have the information booth is our only thing that we have available right now. $17 is fine for it, but as I said, I'm not going to call it information. I'm going to call it what it is. Priority pass. Alright. So we know we're going to need things like drinks and food as well for people. Here's the Kraken's Lair. We've got some nice advertising here. Let's set the advertised destination. Looks like it's a Cars ride, so that's interesting. Let's go ahead and confirm. Now the thing is, if you set something as an advertised destination, people are more interested in going to it, which is a really good thing overall. We do have a fast pass lane already set up here, so that's a good thing. I definitely like seeing that. Don't like the color of these cars. The gold does not work for me. Let's make them a black car. Then we'll have a gold front to it. That works out alright. We do want this running at full load. We have a standard 6 cars on it. I don't know how long it is, so I don't want guests waiting too long. But we'll go ahead and leave it at 6 cars for right now. We can always take care of that later if that becomes an issue. As far as prestige, it's at 1365. So most likely this price can go up some. Let's see here. Same as before, 1365 divided by 35. Yeah, it can be $39 that we could charge for this, in theory. So let's go ahead and up that price. Alright, we've got that upped. Now we're going to need another ride. Now this is a particular level here that I do recommend if you're wanting the achievement. I've gotten all the achievements for Planet Coaster already. I'm at 100%. But one of the achievements that you can get in Planet Coaster, or that you need to get if you want to complete the game at 100%, is to get the stars out of order. Meaning you don't want to start with the easy, you want to get either the medium or the hard star first. This is definitely one of those places where you can do that. And the way that I recommend doing that, especially I'd get the hard star out of the way if you wanted to, is just you can get the rides you need in order to attract 1,000 guests and employ 2 entertainers. Don't get the mechanics or the janitors yet. Yes, it means your rides may break down. Yes, your park may become messy. But you can get that star out of the way, then afterwards go back and work on the other ones. And same thing, you can always come back in, like since I'm playing through this level again, if I needed to, I could come back in and I could build 5 rides and employ 2 mechanics to start with very simply in order to go ahead and get the medium objective before worrying about getting the janitors in or the entertainers. So that's just a little tip that I suggest for you there. Alright, now we're going to need shops and we're going to need rides. We we have $9,000 to start with. We can put some stuff over there, and we can put some stuff up in this area. So I'm going to put a ride down over here to start with. Want rides to attract people in. Then we can worry about things like facilities and such afterwards. Because we will need those, but not as worried about it. The whirly rig is great at drawing people in, and I'm just looking for those rides, as I said, that I can adjust the settings on and therefore get more people interested and make more profit. The whirly rig is one of those, the forge is one of those, and the kickflip is one of those. The Cycola also is, doesn't do as well, but I could definitely use it if need be. And then the Rocktopus, as we saw in the last episode, also works for this. Then there's Swift Drifters that you don't have to adjust really. It just really is a fairly popular ride overall. You can't up the price enormously, but it will do fairly well for what it is. So, let's start out here with the whirly rig, because I want sort of a kids area going on. I think I'm going to put kids over here, and I'll put more adult rides over there. I feel like that'll work out alright. This right off the path so it attracts guests, they see it, the kids want to ride on it. Alright, place the entrance at the back area here so we can make a nice long queue. I'll place the exit right up here at the front. So again, we can get it close to that attendant. I'm actually going to just make this path a little bit longer first. See what size the path is. Looks like it's 13. Just want it a little bit longer first so that way it doesn't mess up the path when I put in this queue. Or this exit, I mean. There we go. Alright. Then what did they use as far as pathing here? They used the sort of cross-hatched wood for the entrance. Alright. Since I'm on a hillside, I'm gonna have to do this a bit more manually than I normally would. It is the one problem when you do this manually, you can't get the curves and stuff to work out as nicely as I would otherwise. Back along just so it doesn't interfere with my that'll work. Alright. Now let's set the sequence for this. Let's see here. We are going to need this to be clockwise 6 times. It's not going to be a huge earner, but it will be very popular. And right now I'm caring more about getting the guests into the park than I am about it being extraordinarily profitable. So we're going to have that go around clockwise 6 times. Doesn't even change the amount of time the ride runs, just the pattern. And we can up it to a whopping $5.50. As I said, not a big earner by any means, but hey, it gets people into the park, that's a good thing. We do definitely want it at full load. We're going to enable a priority pass. Wasn't able to show this in the last episode, really. I explained it a little bit, but here we can go ahead and actually install a priority pass. That way we can get people buying those priority pass wristbands and therefore make that extra money off the wristbands. There. Not the prettiest, but it'll work. So that'll test. that'll be good. Definitely, I am seeing here have some trash problems going on, so I do need to take care of those. There we go. Not sure this place is really themed as a pirate park, but I'm gonna have to have a theme for it, so since we are in Captain Lockjaw's stuff overall, I'll probably have it be a pirate park. I mean, we have a mermaid over there. I guess that's gonna count as piratey. Go ahead and put a barrel there. Barrel there. Actually, I want to get some seats in here also. If people get too tired, then they will leave the park because of that. So it's nice to put in seating where you can. This becomes sort of problematic in these places because it's just really, they've made narrow areas overall. So I don't want to put too much seating in because it's going to block up the areas and make flow a problem overall. So I'm trying to be cautious about that. That's going to bother me if it's not centered. There. Okay, so that's in. Got the whirly rig over there. Over here, first of all, this is a long walk, so let's get some benches put in right away. And next to the benches, we'll have a couple of barrel trash cans as well. And the next thing you're going to see when you get here, it's a nice big forge. Gonna turn it somewhat like that. That'll work out alright. Gonna delete this path somewhat to make it a bit more straight when it comes in here. That way I give myself more room in that direction. There we go. Alright. Oh, I guess that's fine. Place the entrance there. Place the exit right about there. Path from the exit. Want this to be as smooth as possible. Right, good enough there. Then looking at the entrance path. See if I left myself enough. Right. That's sort of my question right now is, did I leave enough room for the priority pass? Yes, I did. Alright, that'll work out. Now for these rides, again, the theming around the actual areas isn't going to be too important because the ride itself is going to draw people in because of the specific sequence that we've put on it. So in this case, the sequence is going to be big drop, followed by fake out drop, followed by inverted drop. Never gonna repeat that. Big drop, fake out drop, inverted drop, and then big drop. Just make sure that that's right. Yes. Go ahead and test that. And then the price on this will be $15.50. Alright. Running at full load, we've got the priority pass set up, so we're good to go on that. As I said, we'll put more rides up in this area as well. Let's see what we have here. I do like this shop overall. I'll probably put this in. I can put this in up here somewhere probably. I am going to need a first aid station with the forge, definitely. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll do the same thing we did the last time. I'll be using the shipwreck. Extend that path a little bit. Use the shipwreck, cosmic cow, but have it be a first aid station instead. Actually, you know what? What we'll do is we'll do this number here. Alright. So we're gonna have a toilet on one side. We'll just go ahead and edit building with the selected part. Move that bamboo torch over there. There, we've got our toilet on that side. Then on this side, we'll remove the toilet. Put this as first aid. That way we got all the shops all in one here. We don't have a first aid available though yet. Alright, that we're gonna have to go into research for. And I do want the first aid right away. Not too caring about any of those things. I'm not gonna worry about them. Alright, the teacups ride for my family area would be a nice draw, so I will probably go with that. And then compressed air swinging into action. I think this is going to be the insanity again. But I think I have enough rides for this area of the park to make it interesting, don't I? I have the kickflip, I know. And I have the Cycola. So, yeah, I can do something up in this area already. So I'm not too worried about this area. Kickflip is nice and cheap anyways. We'll go ahead and put it in. We'll just put it back off the path here a bit. Something like that. Put the path that's going to go to the restroom will be the one that goes to the exit as well. So that'll take care of both at the same time. And that way when people are feeling nauseous coming off the kickflip, they can go straight to the first aid station. Alright. We'll go ahead and extend this path a bit further. There we go. Select grid. I just like having these be fairly straight paths as much as I can help it. Probably just my OCD kicking in there. Alright, so then we're going to put in an entrance path. Work. Then we're going to put in the priority pass. Entrance there. Exit there. Go. And then with this ride, the sequence for it, let's see. Definitely do not have these things memorized, so I do have to check them generally when I'm putting them in. And for the kickflip, it is going to be backward switch, forward switch, backward switch. Alright, so backward switch, forward switch, backward switch, forward switch. And then the price for that will make it $22. It is a very high priced ride for us. Definitely want it to be full load. Get that testing immediately. Now, I mean, I could put in more than one of these kind of rides. I think kickflip is like the second most profitable ride as far as the amount you charge per customer, but I just don't like it that way. You wouldn't have that in a normal park, so why would I do it here? Alright, so we've got all that set up, but before we actually start the park, I feel like we need to add in at least a restaurant or something down here. So let's go ahead, let's get our pirate ship. I do really like this design. Seems to work really well overall. Just don't want it interfering with anything else here. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just move this tree. Put the tree down there a little bit more. Or no, that's blocking the cannon stuff. Let's put the tree in the back of the building. That'll work fine. Don't need to get rid of the tree, but don't really need it at the same time. That should be good there. Continue this path on a little bit. Then we'll put the path coming down from here. There we go. And then this time we're going to leave the Chief Beef in here because Chief Beef is really popular overall. So we'll leave the Chief Beef. We'll adjust the prices on it as we did in the last part. To be 19 and 14. Alright. But this time, Hot Dog Squad, sadly, is going to have to leave us. Because we do need a drink facility in here. We only have Cosmic Cow still right now. I could research other ones, but for right now, Cosmic Cow works fine. And these are $9.50. Put all the goodies in them. That's taken care of. We have 1,500 left. Can we even afford another ride with that? And we could afford some rides with it. Couldn't afford the Cycolo, which is something that I would like to put over here. So we'll probably just let it play for right now. Let's see. We definitely need to hire at least one janitor as far as I'm concerned, because this trash over here is disgusting. So let's go ahead and take care of the trash situation a little bit before we get it playing. Bin up there. Bin down there. Probably a bin or two over by the first aid area here. The restrooms. Maybe a couple benches as well. Those are taken care of. Let's go to staff then. We are going to need some janitors. We'll put the janitor right up here to deal with that trash. The other one over there. And hey, we got the Bronze Star just by doing that. Awesome. We're going to need some mechanics as well, and some entertainers as far as they're concerned. We'll get the mechanic on the go here. The entertainers I'm not going to hire yet because they're going to cost money, and I just don't have the money yet. Realistically, I don't even need a second mechanic as of yet. Just taking a look at what I have here as far as possible rides. You know, this would fit this park to a point. As unique as this park is. Put this somewhere like over here, perhaps. Might do that. Keep that in mind. It costs $17,000. All right. Well, let's let it run. While those rides are testing and such, let's go ahead and try out the car ride. Like the triggered effect of those torches. Okay, so the creature is a kraken that we have underground here. And I like the sort of pirates versus kraken theme that they've got going. Really have used that tentacle prop quite well in this ride, I feel. I mean, it's one prop, but they've really made this ride enjoyable because of it. This is a really long ride, so I think it could do with some more cars on it. Again, I really hate to close the ride in order to get the more cars on unless it's becoming a major issue. Something I like to do at the beginning before I open a ride. Nice jump scare. Alright. That seems to be the end of the ride. And that car is still here, just about to take off, so evidently the amount of cars we have is the right number. Okay, I guess that's good then. Testing on these should be good. It is. I always forget to get out of this screen before I try to move again, and it types that into the name. Alright, so we've opened those 3 rides, we've completed the Bronze Star, and we're well on our way to these as well. We only need one more ride in order to get this, really. And I think we'll go ahead and put that ride in before we end this episode. We've got the Psychola. We also, I should think, have the teacups at this point. No, not quite yet. I could up the amount that we're spending on that. Get it done a bit faster. I've got the money for it right now, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and put in the Psychola. Actually, before we do that, change my mind just for a second here. I'll put in this path. Go ahead and pause so we don't lose all our money through some random event. make this a big circle, basically, around the hole here. Or at least something somewhat like a circle. Alright, not exactly a circle, but it's close. I'm gonna call it good enough. There. Alright, so that way we've got a bit more connection going on here. Might bring this path up and around here too, I don't know. Think about that. Alright. Then let's go ahead and put in the Psychola here as I had planned on. Since I now know that I'm sort of going to end this area over here with this ride, or with this path, put this ride right about in this area. Should work out fine. Place the entrance right about there, so it's right by one of the ramps. The exit we'll place right here. There. Put it up to full load, enable the priority pass. And once again, we're putting in these priority passes on each of the ride to encourage people to buy the priority pass and give us that extra $10. Just an extra way to make a little bit of money here. And realistically, for the people, it's going to be the best idea too, because that way they won't have to wait in line nearly as long. So that'll be a good thing for them. Let's see, for the Psychola, does it have... I think it has a special design, but I'm not positive. Yes, it does. Alright, so it's the main sequence 3 times. So the main sequence one more time there. Is that... We'll put the price up to $12 then. And as I said, these are sort of starting figures. They do get adjusted over time as wear and tear goes on and such on rides. Something you always have to keep in mind. Alright. So we'll get that testing. Put down a few more benches and such over here so that people can sit and relax and such. All that in there. Research is going to take a little while still. Yeah. Alright. Well, I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this first episode. We've pretty much completed the Silver Star at this point. I just have to hire one more mechanic, and I can do that. I might as well do that now, just so we can say we completed the Silver Star and the Bronze Star in this episode. There we are. Ta-da! Alright. So we've got the bronze and silver star taken care of in Creature Awakens. We just have to get the gold star the next episode, and we'll go ahead and work on that in that episode. But if you've enjoyed what we've done in this one, go ahead and click that like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all again for another episode of Planet Coaster.